So, hi, Cornelius.
Hi, Julian.
I just love our friendship, and I do feel like you are the type of energy that I'm wanting to attract to my business connect. I met you, and I don't even remember how it all started, but suddenly you were just there showing up and adding such great positive energy to the group and so curious about everybody and I think you came to a few events and you just really um, helped me to create this vibe that's really about getting to know other people, being curious about other people, and then seeing how you can help other people. And in return, without having to ask for it, hopefully that leads you to make connections and to get leads. And with some people, some of the members, to even figure out what it is that they want to do next. Some people aren't even they might not have their own businesses, or they might be working for someone else, but they just really want the connection, or they get guidance from all of us to help perfect what it is that they really want to do and move into that direction. And so I'm so appreciative of your coming on today and talking about how what I always love to hear people's ideas on what they thought Aspen Business Connect was, and did it deliver upon those hopes and thoughts, and what and or exceed. And what have you been getting out of Aspen Business Connect? But first, let's introduce you. Tell us who you are. Tell us a little bit of your story.
Hi, I'm Cornelius. I'm new to the Aspen environment. I'm an architect. I got here in July. Uh, Found the place, found people to interact, and I've searched the Facebook groups, and I've searched and asked people around where are networking events, or where can I go and meet people that are entrepreneurial, like-minded, and because I saw and I see so much potential here in Aspen to collaborate and to help each other, and me helping other people. So I stumbled upon Aspen Connect in, I think it was July, and in August I saw the first event, like free event, and I just applied, and that's how I met you, Julian, and we hit it from there, and it was such a nice experience. You're such a nice, you know how to network, and you know how to engage with people, and know how to put people together and their energies, and because you have a really really nice and positive energy, and it's a key ingredient that you have to have, like, be nice to people, be helpful, and people around you will navigate and will do and have a really good future relationship, like business or friendship, or uh, whatever direction that goes towards.
Yeah,
Um,
I love how it started with you coming to the events, and now we're taking hikes together.
yes.
We're giving each other good solid advice, and you've offered to help me to grow this even, bigger and attract more people your age, and because you know more of what they're wanting than I do, really. The best part of this is that it's all different ages, so it's so fun for me to connect people that have been here for a while to those that are coming in and really want to connect. They want to become a part of our community and get connected to people and support the Valley. And so having somebody like you to have an interest in it and help me to grow it is also really valuable to me.
Yeah. It was interesting when I first got to the event. Everybody was open, and everybody had a nice vibration and a nice attitude to connect with each other, and they were curious. I was curious. I was asking questions. They were asking questions. So I read a lot of business books throughout the time, and I know it's if you want to succeed or whatever you want, just to fit in an environment or a city, or you go to events or you try to engage with people that have the same mindset and have the same attitude, like be help people that I knew in the valley or in certain places, whatever. So we engaged like directly from that coffee shop or event, and I liked you like from the first moment, because you just were so welcoming to me and you were curious, and afterwards we became friends and went on hikes, and we were giving advice to each other and keeping the warmth between us, and just it's such a warm feeling that I get from you, that and from the events as well. The people are so helpful with their knowledge, because as you said, there are people that are young and there are people that are experienced, and you need that. And here, let me introduce you to a bunch of people, and saying your story every single time, people had ideas, and they were, why did you think about this? Did you think about that? I was in the same shoes that you were. Why don't you do this or this? So it was mind blowing to me that a guy from Eastern Europe is coming to Aspen and engaging with people, getting so many ideas and so many connections. Aspen Connect, so many connections. Just how to approach life here, and how to approach and prove yourself here, and yeah, I'm telling you, it's mind blowing how things happen here, and in a certain state of flow, in a certain flow, and that's amazing, and it's fantastic. So yes.
It's not easy. It's not easy to live here. It's not easy to figure it out. And you're a perfect example of somebody who is figuring it out, because you are seeking out these opportunities to meet other people and connect with other people, and you're really open and non-judgmental. I'm so appreciative of you, of sharing your testimonial, so to speak, on what you've gained. And that last event that we were at together, where it was just dumping rain, and we were all in this little intimate setting where it really added to the whole environment. But what is it? What is your story, and what are you looking for right now for work, really? Let's be specific.
Okay, for work specific.
Yeah.
I won't tell the love story
Oh, I
part.
want to hear that too.
Okay.
Tell us, you can update me on that, but you don't have to necessarily do it while we're recording.
Okay, I can only tell. I'll just start. I came here for love, mainly. I love of skiing. So I decided in May I want to move here for a couple of months, just to see if with all my credentials and all my hard work through education, if I can prove myself here. So I decided in July because in 2019, when I first got here and skied for 3 weeks, I saw so much potential in collaborating. I'm coming from an architectural background. I studied architecture between 2004 2010, and because 6 years are considered 4 years of bachelor's degree and 2 years of master's degree. Finished my master's degree on the subject of senior centers. In 2011, I applied for a PhD and studied the architecture of university libraries. So 20 28 years of education. Let me see if I can, with all my preparation and specialization um, and experience, because since 2010 I started working as an architect and have my own practice back home. I just wanted to see if I change the environment, I'll be more successful. So I moved in July here, and you need to be hungry to just to be true, to speak the truth. You need to be hungry to meet people. You need to be hungry to prove. You need to be hungry to help, and that's the attitude with what I came here, like the attitude of being hungry and being helpful in a super developed country and in super developed environment. And I got so much out of it, like so much, like trying to help as much as I can with whatever knowledge I have, with spiritual knowledge or emotional knowledge or the sports part or the architectural part or whatever. People engaged with me in a certain way that I didn't expect. Like as I told before, people being helpful, you get help back. So that's my the environment that you created in this network is especially for people that want to that are hungry, and especially for people that want to prove, and especially that people that for people that want to help each other. I don't know, because throughout life and experiences, you have such a wealth of knowledge that you can give back, just pay it forward as much as you can. And people feel that here. Back home, I have like a friction if I with people that if you are too expansive or too much of an extrovert, then here it's if you're like that and you're helpful, people uh, are reacting positively. So I love this environment personally, I love it. Professionally, I love it. Uh, Financially, I already engage with so many people that uh, and emotionally, yeah, it fulfills you. Here, the environment here in the valley, it fulfills you with positive vibes, so you can go every single day more and more.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting it, but you brought tears to my eyes just because we so need people like you, and we just so need people to be open to receiving and giving, and it does make me proud that I can help to deliver that to you. And it makes me so happy to hear someone like you give us that hope that there are people in the world like you that are just really wanting, that you're just really out there to not just take, to not just receive, but to also see how you can help. But also that you feel it's so open-minded here and people are so warm and welcoming to you. It is a lot because of who you are, too. It's both. And it's just so heartwarming to know that we together, you, me, the network, that together we are saying we are here, we are available, we are wanting to help you, that many of us are needing help, and positions that we didn't even know we had available maybe are available because you can fit that need. I think you're really encapsulating the magic behind this network, because when people are like, well, what do I get for it? What are my perks? I'm like, I could list them, but you have to come to an event. I mean, you've seen at Gabby's from Keeper Introduction Services at her party that she had at her, she welcomed us into her home, and someone found an apartment by somebody else that was there.
Yes.
Like relationships happen, dates get formed. It isn't just about business, but
No,
it's
it's
really
about relationships also. Mainly about relationships. Networking is you start a network, and it's about relationships, and it's about how you interact with each other. And if you are also hungry to help as much as you can, then I just felt that people are helpful. Even be open to give your time to the events. That's the first thing you need to do.
right.
Give your time for the events, and then promote your expertise, promote who you are mainly. If you are open and extrovert, or even an introvert, or you're going through a hard time right now, if you're trying to say, I don't know, I want to meet a bunch of people, and you don't know where the surprise will come from. So, and I was curious to meet people. That was my thing since I was a kid. I wanted to meet a bunch of people, and I wanted to hear their story, understand their story, help or not no help. I've heard from a friend, the greatest sin is give help to people that don't want it. So if you're there, it's even a good place just to, express yourself with who you are, express what you're going through, and you don't know where the surprise comes from, where the help comes from. So that was for me, just making the connections through the network for me was, I don't know, it helped me. Even you tried to help me with housing, because I told you what my need was, and you said maybe I can help you, maybe I can't, but I'll try, definitely try. And you tried, and that was a nice feeling, because when you're in a place in your life that you need help, you need to reach out to people. You need to talk to people. You need to uh, get advice. You need to and yeah, stuff happened for me since I first met you, and stuff happened to me since I got here. Like good things. Uh, Personally, uh, um, professionally. Personally, I played a lot of sports because this valley is amazing for that. Professionally, I met a lot of uh, like-minded people that want to have businesses and create jobs, and after that create housing. And yeah, people are like-minded in the network, and yeah, you just make connections, like, from if you're in a good positive mindset, and in a good positive state of mind, people will align themselves with you, and with your needs, or with your vibe. Go play tennis, go play pickleball, do hikes, biking. So uh, the network is amazing for me. So I can only thank you just I can only thank you for start putting that event online. Because my first idea was I need to find events, networking events, so I can build a network around me until I have to go back to my country. So yes,
Well, thank you, Cornelius. I think it's it's heartwarming for me to hear that like how and why it is helping others. And you're just such a perfect example of benefiting from it and showing up to these events, because you know that every time you do, you just make more connections.
I have a lot of friends that would love and are talented that would love to work with architects from another country, and they can architects from here, from the States or from the Valley, can reduce their costs, and architects from back home, from my home, can get more income. So I can be the guy that glues these two parties together, so everyone benefits from it. So I can get work from here and outsource it to Romania, but I'll understand the needs that people and professionals from here, architects or designers, I can understand those needs and explain those needs in my language or in English, whatever, because people in my country, mainly all of them speak English. So yeah, I can create jobs back home. That's my idea. And with the money that I earn through this intermediation, I can build houses for people. So that's my grand idea that I'm trying to build here. So I'm trying to help as much as I can. So I'm helping people here, and I'm helping people back home, and trying to help people to have better housing in my country. So yeah, through the network, I just met people that do the same sports that I do, and that was mesmerizing, because I wanted to fill up my time, and I wanted to engage more with people that I met through the network. And that was nice. People that play tennis, people that go hiking, people that go biking. They invited me to dinners. They invited me in their home, and that was, home is such an intimate place, and for someone that's from Eastern Europe to get invited, it's like you're a foreigner, and when you get invited to someone's dinner or someone's place, someone's home, that's, it's so heart soothing, so hard, so you feel so welcoming. That's the feeling that I got from meeting people and playing sports with them and hearing their story, and they asking me, what are you here for? How do you think? What will you do? What work you do? So people, through questions and through interaction, you make connections, neural connections in your mind on how to help or how they can help you. Because this society is built on this engine, helping each other and doing business between people. Because you need people to do business, and for doing that, you need to go to events, networking events. Not, you can go to party, but you need to be specific in your intention. So being specific in your intention, that propose you, like, so being specific in your intention is very, very important, what you want to do.
But there's a lot of people that are not extroverts, and the idea of going into a room, especially with the premise that it's networking, it throws them off. And that was the other reason why I wanted to talk to you, because if you go with the mindset that you're going because you're curious about others, it's more about others than it is about you.
Exactly.
Then you really change. And I threw myself into a party down in Denver where I didn't know anyone. I did have a fellow Business Connect member with me, which made it a lot easier. But I had to change that mindset of everybody knows each other. I'm the only one who doesn't know anyone. I don't have a startup the way they have startups. It's a very I'm different animal than they all are. I had to get rid of all those negative thoughts and just be curious about who I was meeting. And so even somebody like me can feel uncomfortable in those types of situations. And I think the word networking um, can throw people off sometimes, but if you have the right mindset around it, where you're actually really wanting to meet other professionals, then I think it helps to navigate it.
But being curious, as you said, being curious and being open to meeting people, not just helpful, but you can be playful as well. So if you're putting too much pressure in, oh, I have to do this for this networking event. No, just try. You can have fun at this event because what I've seen, it's fun. And at my first event, everybody just went to a gallery, like, and everybody got invited. Let's move uh, to the gallery. And it was from time to time it was a little bit awkward because people were mingling between themselves, and you just saw me with the corner of your eye for a couple of times. I was fiddling with my phone and trying to, okay, who am I talking to next? That can be a little bit you know awkward, but you saw me and it was so nice. You grabbing me and say, "Oh, come meet these other people and come meet these other people." So you were welcoming me in all these circles, and I met a lot of people, not having to stress about it, not having to put pressure on me. So why should I ask next? Why should I ask next? And you made the conversation so natural that I felt, okay, I need to do that. This is good. This is nice. This is welcoming. This is positive. It's not they people here don't I'm not trying to pull something from them. They are not trying to pull something from me. And that creating a nice welcoming that in my head, in my heart, I just felt it is a good network. It's a constructive environment. And that's what I needed here in the valley, just to, not feel. My only fear here was to feel alone. And through the events, I felt included.
Thank you.
So
Thank
thank
you
you.
for sharing that. I would never want you to feel alone. You're the most wonderful, giving person, and I don't want anyone to feel alone. And I do those awkward moments where people are talking, you don't want to interrupt them, you don't want to invade on their privacy. Um, People have come up to me in a circle and said, "Oh, I don't want to interrupt you." I'm like, "Well, that's what we're here for. That's what this
Yeah.
is. Come
Yes.
interrupt us. Come say hello." But it touches my heart, and even so many of us that live here and seem to have an abundance of friends and activities, we all have our lonely times, and the desire to sort of get out of the world we're in and go find a new adventure, a new world, or a new friends. And where are we going to do that? We're not going to do that in a bar necessarily.
No, no.
Even if you did in a bar, it doesn't mean that it's going to be long lasting.
I was 220 pounds overweight when I finished my PhD. So uh, I knew through discipline, going even if you don't want or feel, to whatever, to the gym, for example, right? The experience that I got going every single day uplifted my soul, uplifted my energy, and uplifted my confidence. So doing it even though you don't feel like it, you don't know what outcome it will get you from just going to the events. I didn't I put myself out of my comfort zone, and not comfort zone like you know um I felt like I'm dying. No, I put myself out of my comfort zone just to, and I got so much out of the experience. I went home and felt like I did something good today. I did something good for myself. I did something good maybe for other people, even though when you help people, that's my feeling. If I help people, I'm feeling fulfilled. I'm feeling like I did something good today. So do good, expect good, as a member from the network is ending
Right.
his emails. So yeah, just putting yourself out there. If you're staying back home, you are all by yourself and you're not getting help. If you're amongst people that uh, are nice and helpful, you'll get some out of it for you. Just I don't know, as you said at Gabriella's event, someone got housing. So because here is a problem in the valley, there's a really a big problem with housing. But going to an event, being out of your comfort zone, you won't know what will happen next. So it's fascinating what's happening here. So thank you for that, and thank you for doing this because it takes people to do this to do the networking events. So if there's no one, there are certain circles, of course, in societies, but you need to become a member. This is easy. Becoming a member in Aspen Connect is so simple. You just show up. You don't need to be the son, daughter of whoever. You just need to show up. That's easy. You just take a step into a room full of people, and you'll get dragged by Jillian and meet hundreds, uh, tens of people in one event, and that's that's the vibe that you get from the events. You get you get a nice vibration. You get
We raise our
you were
frequency.
yeah.
And I just like on a closing note, I do think it's when you're down and lonely, of course you don't want to go anywhere.
No,
You're
it's
just like you've got that negative mind telling you that you don't belong there and you're not good enough and you're just not going to have the energy to make the conversation. But the beautiful thing is that you don't have to, you can sit there and listen. You don't even have to talk.
exactly.
People want you there. So I do. And who is that you anyway? That person who's you were so busy at school, you weren't focusing on yourself at all. You were so busy studying, but that person.
And every time in my head, every time I wasn't feeling anything. I was always processing information just to know how to and the thesis and the research.
Yeah.
But that you need you know the four empires, the heart set, soul set, health set, and mindset. You need to fill the cups and unfill them every single day or in certain periods. As you said, if uh, what if I fail? That's the mind going. But the heart, what if we don't? Or what if we aren't good enough? But what if you are? What if you can't get what you want? But what if you can get something better? So, you know, the heart will say, keep going. I can do this all day with the brain if you're putting yourself in your heart. But if you're putting yourself in your mind, then you'll be uptight and overthink things because we tend to overthink everything. We tend to overthink and we don't get to feel. And if you don't get to feel, you're not doing a good service to anybody.
So true. I mean, I think when I go mountain bike, I've learned so much from the sports, but and also public speaking. But when I go mountain biking, I got to this point where I was so tired of getting off my bike to go over features, that I started to do this thing where I'm like, mind off, like turn
Exactly.
off your mind, go over the rock. But you definitely have to turn the mind off, or it will sabotage you, and you'll find yourself on a ledge with a drop off, and you're frozen and you can't go on. And your mind can be so, we all know this, but your mind can be so um just self-defeating. And so I can, in the middle of anything right now, I can turn that mind off and switch to the heart. So I think, well, anyway, we could talk forever and ever. And we
I
need
know.
another hike, you and we
I
need to
know.
get
I
out
know.
there again.
Yeah.
Before the snow comes. I think we
We
have.
love you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Cornelius. And the love is totally reciprocated.
Yes, I love you. Thank you so much. You are a great, great, great person. So thank you for
Well, thank you for keeping me at that level.
that.